it look bad. But if God has already ordained to do a thing, doesn't matter how bad it looks, if you trust him, what he ordained will be so. That's the reason some of you got your business. That's the reason some of you got your money. That's the reason some of you got your house. That's the reason some of you got your healing. That's the reason some of you got your deliverance. See, I'm saying some of you because some moved. You moved before deliverance came.
Thank you, Jesus. Hey, and let God. You gotta and let God. Don't worry about it. And let God. Cast your burden and let God. Let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Don't worry about it. You gotta let him do it. Don't cry about it. You gotta let him do it. While you're staying up all night. While you're worried about it, you can't work it out. Let God do it. Let God do it.
Job 13 and verse number 15. Job 13, verse number 15. One verse. Notice what Job says in the 15th verse in chapter 13. Job says, though he, notice that the he is capitalized, meaning that who he's speaking about is God. He's talking about God. He said, though he or God slay me, yet will I trust him. Though he slay me, I made up in my mind. He is allowing me to go through something difficult. But in my mind is, I'm not going to have trust issues with him. Though he slay me, we could say, I won't have trust issues. Because Job says, yet will I trust in him. He's come to a resolution that a slaying is taking place, but I'm still going to trust him. Do y'all see that? Look at a person, just say, is that talking about you? Ask two more folk. Is that scripture talking about you? Look at somebody and say, if it's talking about you, that means you don't have trust issues with God. So the subject this morning, trust issues, part 5. You can be seated. I don't think I ever did a part 5 of anything. But there are some trust issues. We have to come to a decision, a conclusion, that when it comes to life and things that pertain to life, those of us who claim to be believers, we have to make a decision that we're not going to have the same mentality as a sinner. I need to say that again. I said we need to come to a conclusion, a decision. And when we come to this place, we need to be steadfast in staying here or remaining in a fixed place. That fixed place, that resolution, that conclusion is that I'm not going to think, talk, or act like a sinner. I'm not going to do that. I'm purpose in my mind as well as in my heart that I'm not going to look at things the way sinners look at them. Now I know how sinners look at things because I once was a sinner. And there were times that I trusted in myself more so than anybody. But since becoming a believer, I have learned to put my trust in God. Y'all didn't hear me then. I said, since becoming a believer, I have learned to put my trust in God. In other words, somebody had to teach me how to trust God. And the reason you need to be taught how to trust him is because it's not automatic. Because you are not created as a robot, neither am I. You created free moral agent, which means we have power of choice. And the reason you have to learn to trust God is because there are times that things from a natural standpoint look bad, sounds bad, and feels bad. See, anybody can trust God when it looks good, sounds good, and feels good. But see, I got to talk this morning about learning to trust him when it looks bad, sounds bad, and feels bad. Because he's the only one that can bring good out of that which sounds bad, looks bad, and feels bad. See, I'm preaching already, and I'm trying to convince somebody that though it looks bad, sounds bad, feels bad, he's the God that can bring good out of that bad. Oh, I got some witnesses in the house. I'm not alone. Frown if you want to. Don't clap if you don't want to. Don't say hallelujah if you don't want to. But understand, I'm not alone this morning. I have some partners this morning. People that know he's able to bring good out of that which looks. Oh, I wish you tell somebody I'm one of them this morning. Has he ever did it? Has God ever brought good out of what looked, out of what sounded, out of what felt? But out of bad came what? Good. That's the reason over time you learn to trust him. You can learn to trust God in a jacked up situation. And learn so to trust him that you don't even move. Don't even try to get yourself out. Don't try to deliver yourself. Don't do nothing saving what he tell you to do. And if that means be still, Cochran, then Cochran gotta be still. And trust the one that saved you. But what is our mentality when it looks bad, sounds bad, and feels bad? Is the Bible still real to you when it looks bad, sounds bad, feels bad? Notice I say this from a natural standpoint, because to truly understand God is to know that no situation is ever anything other than what he wants it to be. I'm teaching this morning. See, though to you it look bad, but if God has already ordained to do a thing, doesn't matter how bad it looks, if you trust him, what he ordained will be so. That's when some of you got your business. That's when some of you got your money. That's the reason some of you got your house. That's the reason some of you got your healing. That's the reason some of you got your deliverance. See, I'm saying some of you because some moved. You moved before deliverance came. You moved before help got there. But those of us that learn how to trust him and know that whatever he's ordained is so, we got exactly what he wanted us to have. See, that's when somebody about to get a promotion on your job. But see, the promotion is about to take place because when everything looked bad, sounded bad, felt bad, you stayed where God say, stay there. Stay there. And now there's something opening up like the Red Sea to allow you to walk into the position that he ordained have the day that he told you go here. Come on, because sometimes if we don't trust God, we won't go here. We'll choose to say there. Oh God. But what is your perspective of the word when again things in your life from a natural standpoint looks bad, sounds bad, feels bad? Job in Job 13:15 says about God, though he slay me, Job attributed this right here to God. And if you're going to trust him through the slaying, can I be honest? Because one day the slaying is going to take place. It may not be on this level, but on some level, he's going to appoint you and I to a slaying. But Job says, though he slay me, I done made up in my mind that I'm going to do something in the midst of the slaying. I will trust him. Two things a slaying represents in the Hebrew. Number one, it means that something is being cut off. A cutting off is taking place. And see, I don't know about you, but when I think about cutting off, I immediately think pain. Pain. You're going to experience pain, Job. Pain like you've never experienced. Some of us know that's real. There are some of us, even though our tolerance for pain is low, God still says that a slaying, a cutoff need to take place. But Lord, I can't have, no. You got to trust me, baby girl. I got you. And when you think about Job's life back in Job 1, we know a cutoff happened. Those of us that read the story. When it came to his children, cut off. When it came to his wealth, cut off. When it came to good health, cut off. See, some of us, we always used to be in good health. Come on, there's some of us that's what we put our stamp on it. We ain't got no money, we ain't got no car, no did that. We got our good health. But what happens when God allows even your health to be put on the table? And now you battling in your body. And I'm talking when God has allowed something or permitted it. Listen to me. Your vitamins don't matter. That don't matter. I mean, hold on. I gotta teach it right. Keep taking them, but they don't really matter. Whether you get the C, the D, the E, or what. This really, yeah. Go ahead and be vegan. Go ahead and abstain from meat. But this right here, take your herbs. Do all your research. Get your Fitbit. Do your walking. Do your exercise. Keep doing it. But understand, this is what he's permitting. I'm just going to eat right. You go ahead, keep eating right. See, God told Satan or the devil, have you considered Job? You think you this, that, and the other. But I got a man by the name of Job that he gonna trust me no matter what you do. Can God brag on you like that? Can God say, hey, have you considered right? Have you considered that she right? And ain't gonna move the wrong. Do I allow her to go through? Have you considered her? Have you considered Evans? That though you allow me to take her through something, the girl hadn't moved. Have you considered? Have you considered Heal? That he's still teaching what I told him to teach? Whoa! Tell somebody, ask somebody, what's your name? Last name, that is. Now call out their last name and say, have you considered? Notice who Job was in Job 1. Yeah, we need this morning. I said we need this. We need to look at the slaying of the righteous. Because it's something some of us never heard of. Job 1:1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. Let's check out something about Job. That man was blameless. Wasn't perfect, but he strived to do according to the will of God. The Bible said that man, or Job, was blameless, notice it, and upright. One who feared God. And notice, he shunned evil. So when Job says in Job 13:15, though he slay me, it is the slaying of the righteous. But a man is going to trust God, though he is upright. The slaying is taking place, but he going to trust God. See, listen, it's not the blessing of the righteous, because we'll shout about that. We'll dance about the blessing of the righteous, and then we'll put up our hand and say, that's me, Pastor, you teaching about me, you preaching about me, the blessing of the righteous. But the day comes when it's time for the slaying of the same righteous. The one I bless is also going to be the one that I allow to be slayed. Listen, and he doesn't love you, talking about God, any more or less, please hear this, doing the slaying as he does the blessing. Because some of us feel like God loves us more doing the blessing. No, he loves you the same, even through the slaying. Don't look at me like that. Some of us get that when God is blessing, we ain't got no problem telling nobody, oh, God good. Yeah, oh, he good all the time. And all the time, God is good. See, you know what's happening with Sister Girl. She being blessed. Because that's the only time she talk like that. Brother so-and-so sure been bragging about God. He must have 3 or 4 testimonies lined up. Because that's the only time he brags about God. See, some of us don't make it our business to brag about God doing a slaying. Some of us get quiet. And we feel like God is doing us wrong. All of my faithfulness. God, why would you permit this? Why would you allow this to happen? I've been fearing you. I've been staying away from evil. You know how we get when we stay away from evil for so long, we feel we deserve a blessing. Lord, you told me not to do such and such. And Lord, I hadn't even did. Lord, you know I didn't call that girl back. You told me don't. Lord, I've been doing everything you told me to do. But still, this right here is happening to me. God, can you hear me? Because I'm talking one of your faithful ones, Lord. One of the most faithful here at church is really needing you, Lord. God, you know, if anybody got Pastor back, Lord, you know I have his back. I just want to ask you if I got his back like I got his back. Why is this happening? Why are you allowing this? Lord, check the record. I've been tithing faithfully. You said you rebuked the devourer. Yet the devourer is winning. He's attacking like never before. See, I just want you to chill. That's all I want you to do is just chill for a minute. And realize what Job knew about God. He knew God was sovereign. Let me talk to you for a moment. Let me teach about the sovereignty of God. The only way you can trust God doing a slaying, you have to know he's sovereign. If you're taking notes, understand that God is supreme. He's supreme. Listen, see, sometime in our natural minds, if you ain't careful, you'll battle understanding who God is. Watch this. God is never out of control. He's never to the point to where he's lost ground. God, I'm teaching. See, that means if God orders a slaying, though I'm hurting, he's still in charge. He has not lost control over the situation. Oh, God. Y'all looking at me this morning. See, Job knew that God could bring good out of bad. Therefore, Job refused to have trust issues with God. See, you can't have trust issues with God and then say you know God's sovereign. Why would you have trust issues with the sovereign one? See, the fact that you got trust issues says to God, you don't really think he's in charge. When it comes to supreme, I want you to understand the word supremacy. You hear it a lot, but we hear it in the wrong term. We hear the word supremacy being ascribed to groups of people, but no one's supreme but God. For the word supremacy means a condition of being supreme or superior in authority, power, or statute. And see, there's only one who is supreme. When you call a person or a race supreme, you don't know God. Because there's but one supreme one. I'm trying to teach you how you can trust him in the slaying. You will recognize that no matter what you go through, that God has complete rule and complete charge. He's in charge. That's the reason that I said earlier, when God appoints you to go, you can go without money. But let me back up and say, if you're going and you can take money, in my opinion, it's better to have it. Don't shout me down. I mean, if I got money and headed up north, I'm going to take money by way of cash cards or something. You feel me? Now, that's just me. If you going to got it and don't even want to take it, then give it to me and I'll take it with me. But listen, this is what I'm trying to show you. If he says go and leave what you have, see, then he's teaching that I'm in complete charge. Remember, he did it with the disciple. He told them to go, but then there was a time he said go and take no money, take no clothing. What is this about? This is about the supremacy of God, the ability of God to sustain you without needing anything that you bring to the table. I got you. Go on the trip. Because some things are about your faith. It's about your faith being tried. God, I'm teaching right. But if you don't know God has complete charge, you won't move until things look the way you feel they need to look. I'm not going till I get the down payment. God said go without a down payment. Who's in charge? The banker or God? See, now we saying God here until God say go without the down payment. It's all right to remind him, Lord, I'm getting dressed. Lord, I'm walking to the car. Lord, I am seated in the car and I am proceeding to crank the car and I don't have the down payment. Lord, I am driving up this road And when I hang this left, I will be in the bank parking lot and I don't have the down payment. Lord, I am now putting the car in park without the down payment. I am now walking up to the doors, Lord. I do not have the down payment. Even if you sit down, tell the person, I am here, but I do not have the down payment. Wouldn't it be amazing if they look back and said, I was trying to call you to let you know that you didn't need the down payment? But what happens if you sit at home depressed and turn your phone off, won't check your email? Your answer is there. But you didn't realize who was in charge. Am I teaching it right? Though it look bad, sounds bad, and feels bad, God can bring good out of bad because God is supreme. So I'm going to trust the supreme one. Excuse me if I don't cry about this situation this time. I'm going to trust the supreme one. I've cried every time, and crying in and of itself didn't help. I'm just going to trust the supreme one. Are y'all feeling me? That's what you see in Joseph. When Joseph says about his own brothering, you meant it for evil. You sold me for evil. They got nasty with it. His own brothering sold him with the motive being evil. Joseph lands in a ditch. First thing the Bible tells you about the ditch is that there was no water in the ditch that they threw him in, which means though they didn't know it, God prepared the ditch. See, you can throw me in, but when God got complete charge, it's the ditch he chose.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Noonan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Noonan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252-3855 and reference the order number on the screen.